Thank you.
So, gotta be live because you won't. What's up? Miss Pearl, you are first. You are first, for sure. What up, Dave? Just keeping it 100, man. We out here in Oregon, Portland. Trying to, Reg, man, trying to. We've been saying we was gonna do the crab thing for a minute, but you know, you get from city to city, state to state, man. Start running. Don't find the time to stop. Yeah, you go ahead and give Reg a hug, Miss Pearl. I'm sure he need it. But yeah, man, you kind of just get to running and running and running and running, and you know, start putting it off, and we'll do it tomorrow. But we was able to get down to a spot that we've been to before here in Oregon.
What is it? The Rockin' Crab?
Yeah, it's called the Rockin' Crab. If you follow us on
Team
Instagram or
Life said
Facebook,
he's starting school tomorrow. He needs some prayer.
hey man, that's the one right there. But
Study.
just study and
Stay
show yourself
focused.
approved. Yeah, just stay focused, man. I'm sure you got your learners already, right? Because we're out here now. We getting the oil change on the truck, so we had to come out of the truck basically. So that's why we're
Which
here.
suck.
We're inside of a Love's out here in Troutdale. So if you're out here in Troutdale, man, and you want to come holler, say what's up, we out here. But yeah, we had to come out of the truck and get the oil change. So we got a load going from Idaho. We leave tomorrow morning, going to North Carolina. So I ain't want to risk it. I've been kind of putting my oil change off, to be honest with you. So I ain't want to do that no more. Not traveling all the back across the country. I ain't want to do that. But yeah, team life. We said just take your time. You be there. He gonna be fine, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I say, just continue to study. Just be comfortable in the truck.
Where you going to school at?
Hey, where you going to school at, bro? We was going so fast in that spot. We didn't even get our doggone butter, man. We normally would be dipping, boy. That garlic and butter. Yeah, man. But it's all right. I'm sure it'll satisfy her craving because,
A little bit. I can't enjoy them like I want to.
yeah, we thought we was going to be able to be in the truck. Albany Technical College in Albany, Georgia. Not bad. Never heard of them,
Yeah, me neither.
but I'm sure you've done your research. I'm sure you're probably comfortable with what they've told you so far, what they providing. So, but that's where you went, Reg. But hey, there you go, right there. You know, if you don't already, you know somebody that already went through the process and came out on the other side successful, that's encouragement right there. So yeah. Yeah, we didn't get our butter. Oh, you live in Albany? Okay. I don't know how far that is. I got we from Virginia, so but I got a homeboy that stay in Gwinnett. I know that's like northern Atlanta, so. But I've seen Albany as we travel through. I know Swift got a terminal in Decatur. But yeah. Yeah. Well, it ain't bad, man.
So they've been popping in your
What, messages?
yeah. Oh, okay.
When we just talking to people? Regard. I believe a lot of us were born trucker. Excuse me, my hands is.
Yes, we have a lot against us, but let's not give up when we all stand together. And I'm talking about true truckers. Stay focused. We hold the wheels. That's right.
I got family in Atlanta. Hey. Oh, Newark? Okay.
Okay.
I've been through Newark a couple of times back in my days, but I say it's some good prices up that way. I got
And
some people. Yeah, I got some people up there. I used to run through Linden. Uh,
big
I done
trucker,
made some
yes, they
moves. I
good.
done made some moves through Elizabeth.
I just hate the fact that
You
I
know,
can't get into it
that's
like I
about all
want
I'm gonna
to.
go. That's as far as I'm gonna go. But yeah, man, they good. Somebody asked about how they taste.
Somebody was saying they look good. They are good.
It's a space called
You
Rockin'
know how it
Crab.
is though. When you want to get into crabs, you really want to. If you're a crab eater, you want to get into them.
I'm gonna get into them. See all that? I ain't messing with no napkins either. Go ahead, get it. Y'all get it. You deserve it. Appreciate that, man.
Thank you. Raven across the street.
Then they talking about Georgia.
Okay.
But yeah, you know y'all ain't get on here to really watch us eat. We don't mean to be rude. We would definitely offer you some. I know when we went live earlier, you know, we said what we were planning on doing throughout the day. So we've been in Oregon all day. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm an ex-Swift recruiter for about 6 years. Proud of you guys. Appreciate it, man.
Thank
We try
you.
to stick and stay. You know, I ain't saying it's gonna be the end all be all for us. There's other options out there, and we'll take advantage of them
But
when
so
those
far,
time
Swift
come.
been good to us.
When that time comes.
Somebody put something else. I can't see though.
I don't know how many low bridges we had. Yeah, yeah. You better know how many low bridges you got.
Good y'all were
Eating
something.
ribs.
Oh, it do look dark, right? But they got a lot of seasoning on it.
My wife said, "Damn, those crab legs look good." Yeah, they are.
Real good company. We all need to grow.
Big Trucker
It
was
is a
good.
great stepping stone.
Cornell
For sure,
Freedom was good.
yes.
From Miss Pearl, Huggies, baby, always Huggies.
All right, Miss Pearl. Swift said it'll always be her first.
Yeah.
I think Reggie said something about the bridges.
Um, like I said, the weather been here so good here in Oregon. We didn't have our load. Don't deliver till 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. We got a live load. Less than 400 miles to go. So, well, not to go. Less than 400 miles. Period. So, we picked up this morning around noontime out here on the West Coast. So we just gonna post up. Like I said, we getting all stuff done right now. I had to get that done. So once I get the truck back, we get back in the truck. Swift got a terminal on the other side of the highway here in Troutdale. We drive in, bro. Thought about doing reefer, but just never got around to it. Swift got a terminal across on the other side of the highway. So as these truck stops seem to why hey bro, I went back and looked at the messages. I don't know if it's certain keywords that get blocked or weren't allowed to go through, but when I looked at the old thread of all the messages, I ain't see none of that stuff Pop was talking about, bro.
You guys said it, but you guys at the Loves, they have crab legs there.
Nah, no crab
No.
legs here. We went to a spot called the Rockin' Crab. Can't think of exactly what part of Portland it is. If you follow me on Instagram, which will be MO80, or I should say MO80. I hate when people say O when it's a zero. That's like some dumb hood stuff to
You
me.
ain't need to see that. LOL. I
Yeah.
forgot it.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I ain't get to see none of it. So like I said, I don't know if it's keywords that don't allow it to show up, but all I heard was I seen you speak at first. The Crab Shack is good. Chris Kellogg, what's good, bro?
Crab Shack, but
Here in Portland.
not here in Portland.
But yeah, why'd I think he wouldn't let the Jones come through? I seen you say yo in the beginning, and then I seen a message that said, that wasn't me, that was Pot doing all that. I did see that, but I ain't see none that he said, so I don't know what was up with that. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, MO80FOE.
Just think it's me.
I probably have some stuff posted up a little later on.
On five?
just about us getting back to going to the crab spot and sitting up in there and all that, just so you can see what spot it is. But no, they don't have crabs here at the truck stop. I'm definitely going to follow you on Instagram and follow you guys on
This is
YouTube.
what
I'm
I
trying to
like. I
start
like
my
when I
own
can get all the
YouTube
meat out at
channel.
one time.
Start my own YouTube channel.
Miss Pearl, please don't be putting them little
Nah, I
drinks up
actually
there
work in
because
the
I need
office running
that
trucks.
with
Okay.
my Crabies.
Yeah, big truck. Appreciate that, bro. Like I said, it's Mo, M-O. The number is 80 and the letters F-O-E because some punk must have took
Keep the great
Mo
content coming,
804
y'all. We're hella funny.
off the gram, so I couldn't use that. So I had to do what I had to do. So yeah,
I can't get
M-O.
it. I don't know how to do it.
I think you just hit it, kind of get it, it'll pop back up. So yeah, Mo 804 on there. She's,
The reminiscent video. That was a good idea.
where you like that? Yeah, we having fun, man.
Miss Pearl getting the party started. I know, right? I was like, dang, I want to drink so bad.
Yeah, Miss Pearl drinking right now, I'm sure.
Now she was eating some soup. Some soup from
She need to get to a wine
some
tasting.
vegan soup.
I need to get to a wine tasting. We did that.
Yes, we
Actually, when I proposed to her, I took her to taste some wine, to a wine tasting at a we got a vineyard in Virginia called the Williamsburg Winery in Williamsburg, Virginia. And
no, right? On duty all day.
I took her to that wine spot because me and her had just started kind of drinking wine a little bit. So we went there, quote unquote, for a wine tasting tour. And at the end of it, we was walking back to the car. It was cold outside, if I can remember.
No, it was warm.
No, it was hot. It was hot. That's what the issue was.
Real hot.
It was real hot. And I know I'm going off into something else, but it was real hot. And we were leaving the tour, walking back to the car. So I kind of was like, let's go over here to the vineyards where the grapes and all, where all the vines and stuff are. Yeah, Miss. Here you go, Peach. Come get that.
That's right.
You good? I'm telling you, I share with you. If y'all can make it here, I share it with you. Now I'll say you something or something. But I'm like, let's go over there to, where the actual grapes are on the vines and all that good stuff. So we go over there. I kind of let her walk ahead of me a little bit. So then I kind of got down to the ground and started fiddling with the grass. And I'm like, babe, what's this? And she's ahead of me like, what is it? Like, I'm trying to get back to the car. It's hot out here.
I was being difficult because I was sweating. And
It's
it was
hot out here. I'm all sweaty. Like,
wine.
what is it? And I'm like, I don't know. It's something over here in the grass. So I'm fiddling around in the grass, kind of tall grass. So she comes back, gets about 2-3 feet away from me, and she's looking. How long y'all been married? I'm like, we gonna answer that, but we got to go.
Just want to say my wife and I really enjoy the channel. Hope to see y'all out on the road.
Team
Yes,
Life
for
Reset,
sure.
we definitely appreciate you being here, bro. You
Thank
and your
you.
lady, man. Hopefully you'll have us back on your screen again soon. We appreciate you even giving us the opportunity, bro. We're a wrap. But
It is. They are
I'm reading.
good.
We're gonna get to that, Joel. Joel, what's that? Green Acre is the place to be. But I'm like, yeah, what's this on the ground, babe? So she comes over looking kind of like, how people look at. Sorry, that won't gas. How people get you and look like they kind of don't really want to come too close, but they still want to see. So when she did that, I kind of just looked up, pulled a ring out of my pocket. I was already on the ground, so you already know. Smooth operator. I turned my Billy D. I say, hey, baby, hey, let's make this thing real. How about I make you what's the word? She about to smile. Don't start crying in front of these people. Let me make you a real woman.
You know what?
Let me make you a real woman. But yeah, I pulled that ring out of the pocket. Bam. Hit her with it. She. So you already know how. You know.
Then we went inside and asked them what it would be like to get married at the vineyard, and we got married there a year later.
So yeah, long story
At the
short.
Williamsburg Winery.
So long story short.
She said, where we at?
Bread truck. We at a Love's getting the oil change, bro. We just went and got some crabs to go a little earlier.
Aww.
Like we told y'all we was gonna do.
Oh, that was sweet. She said we give her hope. It's
You
some
go
good
live.
ones out here.
People be like, I bet you do. Green Acres is the place to be. But yeah, and we ended up getting married at the same winery. Was supposed to get married on the inside, had it, I mean on the outside, had it all decked out, laid out.
And it rained.
So we had to clam and get everything
I
put
was
back
crying.
inside, all the chairs put back inside. And then there was so many people. Like I said, we wasn't even set up. So Cal, what's good, bro?
Hey,
We
so
won't
Cal, how are you?
we won't even set up to really have a wedding on the inside. So of course, it's a winery, so the AC ain't kicking. It ain't none of that. So we having to go inside. Everybody's crammed inside. We sweating like slaves in that joint. But hey, it is what it is. We survived that, and we'll survive anything else that come our way. You know what I'm saying? All I
Go
got,
ahead to the question.
as long as I got my dog with me.
For sure.
Let me go back for a second. You asked a question in regards to how long we been married. Not a seafood eater, but them James look good. Appreciate it. Reggie, good luck, team. Life reset, yes sir. They gonna be all right. I love the team aspect, man. It's a different thing,
It is.
but it can definitely work if you work it. Y'all give me hope. Thank you, Miss Pearl. You give us hope.
Telling you.
Reggie, he tripping. Where the hell y'all at? Like I said, we had the loves, bro. Getting the oil change. I caught some crabs a little earlier. So we here doing it how we do it. What a question that baby? Don't see it now.
It's up there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna fall on us back.
It's big.
How long y'all been married? Do y'all ever get tired of being together all the time? LOL. I would team if I had a significant other who was down.
All right, we can answer that separately.
You do all that. Cause you know most women they love talking about marriage and how long they've been married and that. So yeah, you go ahead and do that. I don't care if I'm loud. Loud.
Hey. What are some good
Answer the
bad-
question.
Okay, so we've been together.
D'Amico, we're gonna get right back at you, fam.
We've been married for 9 years. Our anniversary is in May. And
We got
I
married,
would
yeah, we
say
got
that
married
he
in 09.
I can only speak for me. I don't really get tired of being around him. But I
Can
do
you
get
blame her, bro?
frustrated because I know he be getting tired of being around me. And so I feel that sometimes, and it's frustrating to me.
Can I add on?
Go ahead.
I don't get tired of being around her. There are times where you do get frustrated. Not so much just being around her, just period of the job period. Because I'm real hands on with mine. I don't know how other teams do, and I ain't got nothing to do with how other teams do. But with this being my wife, there's certain things my wife just not going to do. So I think I put a lot more weight and pressure on myself as her husband and not just her trucking teammate. So certain things I'm gonna do a certain way just because I ain't gonna have my wife doing certain things, and that's just kind of how that goes. So
Sorry, y'all. My nose running. It's hot.
like I said, it's certain things that I'm gonna step in and do that I'm gonna make sure she don't do, which in turn puts a lot more weight and strain on me. You know, I'm thinking about a lot of things. Happy life, happy wife.
That's right.
True indeed. So it's a lot of more, I think,
I saw
different
another
things.
question in there, too.
Yeah, we're gonna scroll back up. Please don't
Don't
think we ain't. Don't think we ain't. But like I said, it's a lot of things that I'm not gonna have my wife doing, which puts more pressure on me. But I can take the weight, man. Appreciate that, Joe. I can take it, but I do have my times. You know what I mean? Where 3, 4, 5 days, 6 days in of just constant carrying that I get to some frustrated moments, but she knowing me as long as she has, she knows how to bring me back. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say I don't have peak moments. I'm sure anybody would, because it's just where we're going, the things we're doing, the route we're taking. There's so many aspects of this trucking thing that she doesn't
You been married
ingest,
twice, Reggie?
that she don't take in, that I do. So
I
it's
understand.
just the bottom line. I'm gonna carry the weight the best I can, and I have moments where I may come close to or may pop a valve. But like I said, she knows me enough that she reels me back in, man, and brings everything back together. She plays her part as the woman. I play my part as the man, and we respect one another with that. So it works.
Man, I try to respect this space, but it is times that I feel a little slighted because I know that he be wanting his time to himself. But I feel like it has a lot to do with just man don't want you to be over him all the time. Period.
Right.
And it don't necessarily mean they doing something wrong, but they might be doing something you just might not like. It don't mean they doing something wrong though. You
And
know
I
what I'm
say this
saying?
too, something that we've adopted. When we at least tried it this last time home, ain't last too long.
What's up?
But what we did was appreciate that SoCal.
Thank you.
It didn't last too long, but when we got home, we separated from one another.
I was mad.
Yeah, I heard about it the next. So it lasted what a day and a half, 2 days maybe. But we did create and enforce some separation time from each other. So when we got home, we were home together a few days together. Then after that, we split up for a couple of days, just to, I guess, kind of try to break the monotony, I guess, a little bit, so to speak. So that worked. Like I said, she didn't go for it too much, but hey.
I mean, I ain't go for it because before we got in the truck, we still was together every day. So what's the difference? I mean, it is a difference because we was at work, but since when now you just need to have separation. But we did talk about it. He agreed that's what he wanted to do. We
Shake
wanted
it,
to do
baby.
it, so I just
Shake
did
it, baby. Shake it, baby. Shake it, baby. Shake it, baby. Let me get a little bit of your little spicy.
It's a whole bag over
I
here.
know one is yours.
The whole bag.
Golly.
Go back because there was some questions.
My fault. Let me get back up here. What are some of the goods and bads of running team with your spouse?
It was before that, but yeah, that's one of
sure?
them. I think so.
D'Amico? I know that's what it was. You eating cucumbers and lemon SoCal?
I like cucumbers, but I normally
Been
eat it
married
with vinegar.
twice. The next time, the one. All I know is if this don't work, I ain't getting married no more. And I say that, but I don't know. ABC, y'all, all some of the most positive, humble people whose channel I've come across. I really appreciate you guys for all your content.
Aw,
Y'all lovely folks. Stay positive and stay safe on the road. ABC,
thank
you
you.
can guarantee and you can bet that, bro. I know how serious this is. It's not a game to either one of us. So even though you may see us, joke around and enjoy this whole thing, because it's a journey. We taking it together, but we know the level of seriousness with this whole thing. So, with some of the great people that we have, take company with and communicate with, to keep us on point. Your SoCals, the whole clique. When I've spoken to SoCal personally on the phone, and he dropped jewels on me any and every time. So there's people around us that really keep us focused on what the goal is. So
Ain't nobody got time for games. Getting way too old.
appreciate that.
It does feel
Akai.
like that.
We will definitely keep on trucking, bro. Mustard and the mayonnaise, as they say.
I
Please
would
don't
say
say
the
that,
main
Mo.
thing.
I need y'all. Miss Pearl, I ain't going nowhere.
I would say
I couldn't go nowhere if I wanted to. We got kids, grandbabies. My life is great.
I would say the main thing about any relationship, married or not, is good communication. Being a good listener and being able to communicate well. Because we wasn't always like this. I mean, we had our issues a lot in the beginning
Oh,
because we didn't understand
that's-
how each
come on,
person
man.
communicates.
that's a little too much. That's excessive sauce.
Like,
Too much sauce.
I think
Too much
in-
sauce. Hey. Sorry.
I think in relationships, it take a while for you to learn how a person communicates. Holler back at you, my brother, have to make this money and the field, in your field.
Reg, go get that, bro. Go
Yep.
get that.
So I mean, I just learning him over the years. Yes, ma'am, I would love to talk to you. Oh, Miss Pearl. That made me so happy. I love watching your videos. And just watching you always so bubbly. I love it.
And that lock journey you on.
Yep.
All I can tell you is if you would have met her a few years ago, when we had
You'd
that
have been in
shop
the
up and
shop.
running, you would have been in that chair.
Been one of my
and
clients.
you would have been getting straight.
She will. I think Reggie said something.
Let me go back. Right. People only want to
To
see
see
their
their
side.
side, but not the other party, and that's the downfall.
Yes.
Well, I think I'm sorry, Orpheus.
Orpheus.
Still, okay, yeah. I think one of the things that we've learned together is that I have to allow him to be who he is. You know what I'm saying? Just like he allowed me to be who I am. Any changes that come along the way that I may like or he may like about me, it still has to be my decision and his decision. I can't just come in and automatically say, okay, well, one day he gonna do this or one day he gonna do that. Because when you get married or you're in a relationship, that person gonna be who they are. They not gonna change for you. And if you go in a relationship thinking a person is, you're gonna be sadly mistaken. So I mean, I'm not saying they won't, but it still has to be a decision that they make on their own, and then that's an advantage.
Yeah, I would say don't come into it expecting someone to make change. Speaking of this talk, since we on this type of conversation, I would like to bring you guys' attention to the Wild Network on Mondays, approximately 5 o'clock Eastern Time.
Me too, Reggie.
Our show,
I know exactly
Matters of the
what you're
Heart,
talking about.
or I should say her show, which I am a co-star, Matters of the Heart, is on the Wild Network. So on Mondays, make sure you guys log on to the Wild Network. Do it now or when this live feed is over. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for the Wild Network. That's myself, Divine. TB got something going on there for sure.
PH got his flat earth.
PH got his thing going on. It ain't flat. It's more so what you
Well,
believe.
yeah, that's right. But that's
his
the last
his
one.
he got his own thing going on over there. So yeah, for definitely relationship talk, just kind of us being us, but diving into specific topics, trying to kind of give an our input on it.
Like we don't even
Come
think,
check us out, Wild Network,
honestly,
on Mondays.
that we got like. That's great advice, Mr. Vine. I'm 24, single, and just getting into the trucking lifestyle. Okay, yeah, well, you got some time.
Then Joel, what I would say, real rap, don't be thinking about no love, dog.
No. Build friendships.
You can love, but build your friendships.
Hoping to find a woman that hold me down and support me while I'm on the road. It's
You
possible.
possibly will, but just know you may not. You may have to get on this road, grind the thing out, put yourself in a good financial position, give yourself some years down the road, and then maybe that individual will come your way. Not saying she's gonna be there for the money, but please, I'm 42 years old, fam.
41.
Use these early 20s that you're in to get into an industry like this. Get your bread, put your bread away, stack, 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 bro. Put yourself in a position so that woman, when she does come across your path, she's going to be more likely in a position where you guys can come together and build. Don't use these 20s to focus too much on love, because most of the time, most people, and I'm proud of you, but most people in their 20s are not focused on doing a career like this and having long-term goals like that. So get yourself in a position where, so if that woman comes or don't come, you'll be all right. But when she does come, she gonna have to meet a certain criteria of yours.
Yeah. I mean, I know that too. Like, you just, one of the things that I think a lot of people. Hey, TB. I think a lot of people don't take the time to make sure they're straight before they get in a relationship, because I mean, it's just in our human nature to want companionship and want, that boo or whatever you want to call it.
Now, I ain't saying don't get you no butt cheeks.
But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you need to have yourself together so that when you get in a relationship, that person is just adding something and not trying to, another person can't make you happy. You got to make yourself happy. You need to do what you got to do for yourself. You'll have your own ambitions, your own goals, all of that. And just be whole within yourself. If you got issues, you need to wait anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because all you're going to do is bring that baggage into the relationship, and it's going to show in the relationship. People do hurry to find love. It will just happen. And that's what happened to us. It's a funny story. When I met him,
You can go ahead and give it up. Let's go.
Whatever. When I met him,
Let's do this too. Let's backtrack. I don't want to cut you off.
what?
This is something that I don't talk about a whole lot. I've told her that I didn't even want to talk about it. But there's no way we can be as transparent as we plan on being with our life, our career, and with this whole living our
Transition.
life. Hey, bro, dog.
They good. It's starting to get better now. I don't even care where we at.
Real serious though, real talk. I never like to talk about it. I've been trucking around VA crab shit, yeah?
Yeah.
But we are in Oregon right now, you know what I'm saying? We universal crabbers, bro. You know what I mean? But we're a blended family. We have 4 girls, 1 boy, 2 grandchildren. Biologically, I have 1 daughter.
And I have 4.
I guess I had crabs both ways, so Cal, so damn.
Oh,
I'm an expert, bro. But those are my younger years.
oh Lord. Don't
But,
get them distracted, please.
We're a rap. We're a blended family. And like I said, there's no way we could be as transparent as we plan on being and doing
And
this
not
as
keep
long
it
as
real.
we is. Or plan on doing it and not keep it real. We're a blended family. When I met Divine, she had 4 kids. I had
From a-
1.
From a previous marriage.
Right, so we're a blended family that are now we're 4 girls and a boy. My baby girl is 16 years old. Well, she turned 16 in November or October, pardon me. She resides with her mother in Virginia. So that's the way we're able to have someone in high school that's not quote unquote an adult yet and be on the road. She does reside with her mom, and I handle that on my end. But we have 2 daughters, 18 and 19, that are in college, and we have another daughter that's 23 with a son, which is our grandson, and we have a son that's 26 with our granddaughter. So just driving for the day, been listening. Appreciate that, Dave. Hey, that's my OG right there, fooling here all day. But if you ever see David Ross on here, make sure you give it respect, because it's earned you. You dig what I'm saying? Don't you ever disrespect when you see that David Ross. Ever. Hey, if you knew the history, you would know the reason why. So, but yo, man, we came together some years ago.
You want this one?
Yeah, oh my God, daggone corn.
No, you don't.
But so, not to cut you off, I'm gonna let you finish building, but I wanted to go ahead and get that out because through all the jobs I've ever had, since she and I've been together, I've never spoken about quote unquote her children and my children. It's my kids, period. Because I do what I do and been doing it. So I never really spoke of or even hinted to the fact that I'm not the biological father of all the children that you might see pictured in our pictures or whatever. But that's the truth. And now that it's out, do with it what you will.
She,
Go ahead,
yeah, but when we met, I was in a good place in my life. I was working in customer service. Most definitely thank y'all for the advice and positive energy. Been watching y'all videos for a while. Keep the great content flowing. Sure thing.
Yep.
What did Reggie say? My hands is all dry. Now you know how to hit it. I did that. My last marriage, she had 3 kids. I had none, and she let them disrespect me at all. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it on our channel.
No. No, bro. We'll
But
get to that too, but go ahead, babe.
when we got together, what was I saying, babe?
I guess you were about to tell a story on how we met. Sounded like
Oh
it.
yeah. So I was working in customer service at Pitney Bowes. I was driving a mail delivery truck and sorting mail. I had been there about 3.5 years and everything. So I was doing okay for myself. and
My
everything.
father owned a courier company, so
And he used to come in there and deliver
that company
mail.
that she worked for was one of our accounts and one of our contracts that I picked up. We picked up mail for a pre-sort mail company, and she worked at a Pitney Bowes for Virginia Commonwealth University, which is VCU. She worked there at a company called
for
Pitney Bowes.
abstraction.
Yeah. She worked
Yeah,
at a company
crap.
called Pitney Bowes on the campus. So they basically handled all the mail for the college. Ew, you see that? But
Nasty.
so my pop's company, or that we at least picked up for or contracted with, picked up at her job.
I was taking care of them there, but I always did nothing for them. I can relate.
Exactly.
I was
Exactly.
I was 22 with 4 kids,
Divorced
divorced,
at
because
22.
my children's father had struggled with drug addiction. So still do, but I'm praying that he at some point in his life gets it together. But I had to make a real big decision at 22, which was I had to go. I had to do what's best for the girl, for my kids.
So what's the funny story when we met?
All right, so when we met, he was coming there delivering mail, and he said their daddy was a dealer. Yeah, he was coming there delivering mail, and a young girl told me about him and everything, and she told me that she thought he would be a good fit for me, and I was like not really looking for a relationship at the time. But I thought he was cute. I thought he was young. I thought he was way younger than me because he always
You
carried
know,
that
you
energy
know,
with him.
you know how us hip hop generation, we
So
look the part. You did.
so he always would come in there and pick up these vanilla envelopes, these real big vanilla envelopes. So I wrote him a little small little note, not a letter, but a note. And I just told him I thought he looked, I liked what I see when he came in there.
Where I came in there, Versace shades, fitted hat. You know what it is, but go
Anyway,
ahead.
I did what I never did in my entire life, and that was approach a man. And I did. I approached him. I gave him the envelope. I didn't give it to him. I gave it to the girl, and he came and picked it up from the job. She told him it was mail still there, so he came back to the job, picked the mail up, and left thinking it was something to deliver, and it was a little note I had put in there. And so he came back to the job. he came back.
Goddamn, you goddamn corn goes over.
He came back to the job, was like, "You left me this note." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You Connie." I was like, "Oh." He said, "You wrote this note?" I was like, "Yeah." So he kept saying, I was like, "What's the problem?" So he was like, "I thought you was already married." I was like, "No." I said, why you think I was married?" He said, "You look kept." I said, "Well, is that a good thing?" He was like, "Yeah, that's a good thing. I thought you was already somebody's
You
woman."
know how there's certain women that carry themselves in a certain way that seem content, seem strong, confident. So just looking at it from the outside looking in, this woman don't seem to be in need of anything. So that's what I meant by kept. She seemed to be whole. You know how certain joints give you certain looks, or chicks will throw that little walk on when you come past. Like they
The
do little
guys notice
things.
it.
They can do little
The
things
guys notice it, ladies.
to
So
to
please
to
cut it
to,
out.
to show that they want some attention, and that's really not what I got from her.
And don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of flirting. But I'm talking about all the extra. The women know exactly what I'm talking about. The men do too, because men notice it. They can tell women that's thirsty, desperate. They know all of that. But anyway, hello, milkman, trucker. So, anyway, I had wrote in a note that if he
Milk
wasn't,
Measy, what up?
I told him that if he wasn't interested, I was cool because I was good with me and he didn't need to feel any type of way. He could come in there all the time. I would still speak to him. I didn't feel no type of way. Yes, and guys do notice respectable women. And so
DLG.
we started talking. And initially, honestly, I did not have no idea that we would be together. I thought we were going to be what they call special friends. you know. And I was cool with that, just because I don't know, I just didn't have time to play no games. My children were still young. I didn't want to bring any men around my children unless it was serious. So I just didn't have time for that. But I did want companionship. And the funny thing about it is we never put a label on us. Like, we just was friends. Like, he would come spend time with me. I would cook dinner, cook for him, bake him a cheesecake. He loved cheesecake.
Would y'all realize, or would you believe she and I never went out on a date?
No, we ain't never go out a date. We used to
Ever.
just chill in the house, watch movies. I would read books to him, books of
She was on
poems and stuff like that.
Ayana Van Zant hard.
Yeah, and drank a little, you know what I'm saying? We had our little stuff we did, but we was just chilling. And I would chill at his house. I never was around him when he had his daughter. And I'm gonna tell you why, because he told me that him and his daughter's mother had agreed that they would never bring anybody around their daughter unless it was somebody they were serious about. So I respected that. So I never got to meet his daughter until maybe later that year during Christmas. And when he showed up at my door with his daughter, he didn't even have to tell me. I knew at that moment that we were serious, because he brought his daughter with her bags to spend the night for Christmas. I was like, yeah.
And just to let it be known,
Like
too,
I'm in the bag. I got the bag.
I want some dude that didn't have nothing. You know what I mean? I had my own crib.
Oh yeah.
I had a house down in Fulton Hill on
I love
Garbage
y'all
Street.
story from how y'all met
David,
to the merge and the
if
one big
you
family.
can vouch
now,
for this, be
real
homie.
unconditional love.
But
Yeah.
I had me on my own crib. I had my own crib since I was 18. It was the house I grew up in. My parents moved to another house in my
Reggie, you
teenage
right. That
years.
is communication.
Moved to another house in my teenage years. I goofed up, school, did all of that, and I'm going to Job Corps in Charleston, West Virginia. Got my GED. Once I completed Job Corps, I came back home, moved into the house in Fulton, and I started working for my dad. So yes, I didn't go out and get it and do all that, but I had my own crib, and I got to the point where I would come see her. Then I would start staying the night a few nights. Next thing you know, I started coming home and seeing a whole new Virginia power bill cycle come to the house, and I ain't been home all month. That's kind of how it happened. So,
And I had it was actually a 4-bedroom. It was a 4-bedroom, had a den, and I made the den my bedroom. And we was living in Chester at the time. My mom had recently divorced, and we decided we would get a house together and live together until Charleston SC is the real Charleston. We decided we would live together
I was there 6 months,
until
bro.
each one of us had got a spouse or a
What up,
friend or a
Charleston?
boyfriend or whatever the case may be. And it's crazy because soon as we moved into the house, I met him. And it was boxes everywhere. We hadn't even fully unpacked when I met him. So I kind of was, I don't know, things would just kind of happen in the way it happened. Now, I wouldn't recommend anybody getting married as quick as we did, because we did get married fast. We was together
we was, pardon me,
together
we
for
was
a
together
year,
a year,
and
and
then
we were
got
engaged for a year.
engaged for a year.
And we've been married since 2009.
Yep.
So we met early 2007. Yeah, we were married. When we met, it was at 32, or when we got married, was at 32.
I think when we got married, it was 32.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, because we're coming up on
No.
when we met, I was 32 years old,
Yeah.
and my daughter was 5, about to be 6. Her youngest at that time was Angel, she was 9, and Tasia was 10, and Trinette was 13, 13 or 12, and our oldest son Trevor, he was probably 16 at the time, and they're now 26, 23, 20, 19, and 16. So it's been a long road. It was a lot of adjusting.
And
Obviously, a lot of
that's part of
adjustment.
the reason why I was really okay with doing the Wild Network and talking about stuff, because we actually just want to talk from experience and just things we've learned through the good and the bad in our marriage. And I think if we had not built a friendship first, we wouldn't have been able to last through it. My situation now, but I'm not in no hurry. I'm still observing things. Exactly. Don't be in a hurry. Never feel pressured. And don't rush don't ever let nobody make you feel pressured. This is your life.
Yep. That's a fact.
We're in Portland, Oregon. And then too, it's nothing wrong.
See your boy here sweating, bro. I got the
Wow,
sweat on the
thank y'all
brow,
for
bro.
sharing your story. I appreciate the transparency. It lets me know I have plenty of time. Oh yeah. Hats off, real black love. Oh, thank you. It's like you just have to be a little smarter and just be a little wiser. Like you said, step back, see things a little different. Now I will say this. If you're dealing with somebody that got a full deck, then you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about walking on eggshells. Been married 16 years and love it. That's right.
Yeah, Dave. I know. I seen you. I think I just seen you on Facebook It was either today or yesterday. You want to pick with you and your queen together, bro. You know I double salute you all day.
Yeah, like when when you got the right person, when you can really be like, we're transparent with y'all, just because honestly we don't have anything that we feel ashamed to talk about. It's our story and we own it. But when you get in a relationship with somebody, it should be that same way. Like I've never had to with him.
Hey,
I've
don't
never
you
had
give me
to
my thing back.
I've never had to worry about, just always being on point. And I know the ladies know what I'm talking about. You can be in a relationship with somebody that makes you feel like you can't never let down. Make sure your makeup's straight all the time. Make sure your hair's straight. Don't be, just make sure you all the time on point. And nobody is like that. Nobody is like that. And I just finally was able to get in a sit with him and feel like comfortable to just be me, because I have flaws, and I've embraced them. So I'm hoping that the person that I'm with would embrace them as well. Because other than that, why am I with you? Why am I with you? If I gotta be worrying about, you making me feel some type of way about myself, then you ain't the one I need to be with.
That right.
Either you rock with me or you don't. That's how it is. That's why I'm saying, when you get with somebody, been married 26 years this month, went through some bad times, but we learned a lot through those times too about ourselves. And hey, help me out.
I want to know where the rest of my
Can
crabs
you
at.
can
Did you
you
eat my crabs, bro?
no?
I feel like you had
Can
more
you
than me.
can
I'm gonna
you
go back and look at this video
can you give me
and see how many crabs you ate, because I think you ate more than me. That's why I love doing this on
about
live, because I'm gonna go
ourselves
back and
and
see.
what we needed to work on? Exactly.
I feel
Been
like I've been
married for
slighted.
4 years. Bad married. Oh no. Y'all fit in right in down here in Louisiana. We'll see crawfish. You know what? I have tried crawfish. I wasn't real fond. I don't know if it was. Where did I go? I went to Williamsburg. What's the little place out there in Williamsburg?
No, you need to go somewhere like Louisiana for real.
Oh, okay.
Anywhere down there, Louisiana, Mississippi, those southern states like that, they do crawfish for real. Like,
Now,
crawfish ain't even crawfish if you
no
don't go down
more. You
there.
ate all the damn crab.
Go
Thank
ahead,
you, cause
bro.
he did. He greedy.
Go ahead, bro. I'm gonna check the tape, bro.
Yeah, but I had a lot of people that wasn't necessarily for us being together for their own individual reasons. I had a lot of people that was very protective over me. Um, just
Yeah.
because I was very heavy. I'm church heavy and everything in the church, real heavy,
And I wasn't.
and he was not.
Still
And
isn't.
it was a lot of people that were saying that it wouldn't work, it couldn't work, and ain't supposed to work because he don't believe the same way, or just we don't.
Unequally yoked is
Yeah.
what they call it.
But at the end of the day, I ain't never had no man love me like this one right here,
Facts.
and I couldn't deny that. He done made a mess all over the table.
Me? Look at her. Hey, look at this mess she done left here.
Now look at this mess I done got on my clothes. I done
Yeah,
got
probably, it
grease.
might be a little bit of me. I think I got a few more splat marks that she got on her side. But yeah, man. Always sideline people trying to get in my folks' marriage and relationships. Been there too. Yeah. Yeah, my nose running too. Give me some napkins too, babe, please. But yeah, man. You know. Yeah, what they call that, unequally yoked, that type of thing. So there's a lot of people who didn't want this to take place, didn't believe in what we had going on. So not that we had nothing per se to prove, but I also knew that, coming to this thing, blending two families together, taking on the responsibilities of 4 children that weren't biologically mine. Coming into their life, taking the responsibility of being a husband to this woman, that was pressure, that was weight on me.
And he told me that he would never make me ashamed that I chose him. So I was like, okay.
And that was a fact. I knew the type of responsibilities I had ahead of me. I knew that, everybody in her circles would be watching me, like watching me. So I knew all my moves had to be calculated, all my moves had to be sincere. I couldn't do nothing or try to keep up a facade, so to speak, because, how long can you be fake before the real comes? So I knew
And
I had to
then
be genuine.
you know, I could tell y'all some stuff too. Like when we first got together, you know, I had told him, I was like, if you ain't trying to be in a relationship, I'm cool with that. Cause I wasn't trying to be in one either. But then he kept saying, "You sure you want this? Like, you sure you want this?" Cause he was trying to say like he knew I was gonna fall in love with him.
Hey, come
All
on, man.
right.
Hey, why wouldn't she? How couldn't she? You feel what I'm saying? Let's see if I can get this. We trying to come up with something. Like I said, we trying to
Yeah, this
create
setup
it.
is crappy,
We
y'all.
using her phone to keep our phone from sliding.
Mudbug Man is in the month of May in
Shreveport.
Shreveport.
Mudbug,
Okay.
does that mean crawfish? Did you bring me a napkin?
Oh, dang.
Come on, bruh. My nose done got to run a little bit, but yeah, man. Um, so that's kind of what that story is, with how that whole thing breaks down. So I had to, okay, crawfish, mud bugs, makes sense. But like I said, I knew I had to be the man that I said I was. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was sure. Like I said, I had one daughter, so I can't even say my family was over the top gun ho about me marrying or even dealing with a woman that already had 4 children when I only had the responsibility of one. You know, that's a heavy weight, heavy load to carry, and not everybody can carry it. You know, so I just knew the type of guy I am, man, and I knew I'm the type of guy that once I get my word, I try my best to keep it. So that's kind of what I've been on. And here we are 10 years later. You know, she wanted to get her salon going some years ago. She stopped working at that Pitney Bowes job. I told her go for it. You know, if she had a dream of owning a salon and doing hair, she enjoyed doing hair. You know, go for it. Let's try it. And she jumped into it head first. I told her that I would be there to help her the best I could, and I did. You know, she had weeks where she first started doing hair where she didn't make any money.
Not
And
a
I don't mean
dime.
just like a little bit, so I don't call it much money. I'm talking no money. Like, you've been at the shop all week and you got no clients, like, no clients. You know, and then we're going to all the other girls that was already established in the shop. So we had rough moments as far as that went, but
I mean, I had a clientele, but they was mostly relaxed, so they weren't natural. And it took a while for me to transition them over.
and what's crazy is,
And I asked because she had 3 kids. Unfortunately, they were right in my case. I know that was
you
kind
know
of
what?
the idea too on my
I don't
end,
know if it
but
was it per se right. I mean, was it really the kids? Was it?
oh,
Chris said, "Only the lonely."
look, that's
I'm gonna
funny you
sing for
said
y'all
that
one day.
because our life been deep. That's
Yeah.
it's been deep. We could tell y'all some stories. That's why I said I wanted to really talk about it because I'm just trying to help somebody else. You know, if we had like a little handbook or knew some things prior, I think we could have smoothed out a lot of the rough roads that we done had. But the reality is, you know, that's not how it happened. But we still together, still loving and holding on.
And what's crazy is,
Oh, thank you, Miss Pearl. Thank you.
I'm good.
You know, let me tell you
I'm
about
good.
that. Yeah, you good. Dad, you done rubbed the skin off your nose. Miss Pearl, let me tell you about that. When I met him, I was fully relaxed. This was in '07. I was fully relaxed. I had my hair cut in a bob. And he was being so rude. He was coming up to me, kept saying, every time we went somewhere, he was like, why your hair look like that? Like,
Time out.
he was. He was
You
like,
talking about one time in particular?
no, he was
Because
like,
that's
why
the
your
only
hair
time we
look
had a
like that?
conversation like that.
Hold up. I'm trying to see what y'all saying.
You used to
They
blow me.
ran the house. She really didn't want me to say nothing to them, but I'm feeding and clothing them. She didn't work. Yeah, I get it. But you know what? Don't don't hold it against her because a lot of women that raise kids and
Don't know
be
how to let
building up
go.
a lot of baggage and
I,
bring that into the relationships.
I dealt with some of that real slightly.
I
But I
enjoy
dealt
you
with
all
some of that.
videos. Much respect to both of you. Thank you, Just Me 2905. Y'all could create a lover's guide audio book and put it on iTunes. Hey, that sounds like a pretty good idea.
Well, the year was 1977.
I was trying to tell Miss Pearl about my hair.
Okay, I'll say this, Miss Pearl, check this out. You see all this lusciousness? Do you know when she and I met? She didn't even think my hair was real.
No, because I didn't know a lot about
She had
natural hair.
never touched or even known anyone to have locks. Do you know I taught her how to twist locks?
He did it, and
She took that knowledge and ran with it.
I did.
Opened up a salon and has been counseling women and making women look beautiful off my tutelage. And I never get my respect, bro. I never get my props, bro. I'm Rodney Dangerfield of this thing, bro.
I am
I'm a little richer than
Gabby
this
for me
thing, bro.
according to her doctor. But you know what though? Reggie, you on it. She said that's what's up, Mo.
That's right.
You know,
so I
Reggie,
can twist you up if you need that, Pearly.
and Reggie, you on it because I mean the reality is sometimes I think that we can get in these relationships and, you know, like when a woman say that she was dog, well, I mean, at what point were you noticed that he was dogging you? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we just have to have a little bit more wisdom and think about stuff like that. I mean, I've been one of them women.
Hey, Miss Pearl, how well are you with the injured? She said, Reggie's still carrying a little hurt. I'm just wondering how good is Miss how good is Miss Pearl with putting on band-aids and healing the soul.
Oh man. No, but Reggie, like, I mean, the reality is if a woman is broken in a sense and she haven't dealt with her own healing, her own hurt, she's going to bring that into the relationship, and that person is going to be the one that gets the brunt of that. So that's something you really do need to be mindful of, especially with a woman with children. You meet a woman, she got children, she's not with the father, you got some brokenness there. You got brokenness in the children, you got brokenness in the woman.
Definitely a big Reg too. I salute you, big homie, for even
big love bankroll. Yep, ain't nothing like black love.
I salute you, homie, for taking on that task, being willing to try it. Because I know you, like you said, you probably went against the grain.
With a flat belter. Currently, we graduated from high school together in 1994. Okay.
What you waiting for, Miss Pearl? What you waiting for, girl?
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but
wrong with it at all.
Salute, Reg, man.
Keep your options
I know
open.
it's not easy, and I know it wasn't an easy experience. So I just salute you for staying positive in it, and I guess still having some form of hope. You know, that was just that situation, man. You know, if that's the past, let it be that, and move on. You know
love
what I mean?
your videos and realness. I miss teaming with the wifey. Much love.
Big L, appreciate that, bro.
Thank you.
Where you out, Big L? Like, what state? Where you from? I mean, this Big L period, I'm assuming some New York. That's how I feel to me when I see your pic. I'm thinking New York, but hey, never know. What you about to say, Slick?
No, I was just gonna say I was still talking with Reg. South Carolina. Okay. Reg and Miss Pearl love connection here tonight. Oh Lord, I should have never said that. Don't start that.
Hey, you never know. We just gave you our story. So who are we to tell you what can't happen?
Sorry, Reggie. No, but like, you know, there's just things that you need to be talking about when you start dating a person. You know, so if you meet a woman and she got children and she's a single mother, you need to be trying to find out what happened in that relationship. I mean, I ain't saying she got to tell you everything, but you need to know something.
Charleston, South Carolina.
And then same thing for the men. You know, men have relationships. They have baggage too that they bring in relationships that they don't want to talk about, but it's there.
Get your boy. The salesman. What you selling, bruh? What you selling, bruh? 2 for $5s. Where we at? What we got?
My motto is this.
Chi-Town, what it is, big love. I like Chi-Town, homie. I like Chi-Town.
My motto was this after my divorce. I'm only going to hold you accountable for what you do and what you don't do. I can't hold you accountable for what I wasn't even a part of. So, you know, if I see it, don't see it, then I got something I can talk about. What did Reggie say?
Reggie said, I really tried to make it work. She was just so-called evangelist, and her brother was an apostle, so-called. He used to spew our married business across the pulpit. Wow. Hey, Geechee, you selling the whips on Geechee.
You guys better than my therapist.
Okay. She used to sell cars too back in the day.
I sure did. I sold cars for 2.5 years. I was top salesman. I won a contest for being a top salesman. I won a fully paid trip to the Bahamas.
And what you do when you get to the Bahamas? I'm gonna tell it.
Oh my God.
I mean, not nothing over the top, but what you do
I was young, y'all.
and what happened?
I met this guy. He convinced me to give him my drawers. Because he said if I gave him a pair of my underwear that I would come back to him at some time in my life. I was like, I ain't been back to Bahamas yet. He didn't know
So
what he was
basically,
talking.
he was Dexter St. Jock from the Eddie
I was
Murphy
a
skit.
good girl,
So he
so
probably had a
I
dresser drawer full of
no,
drawers.
no, I was a good girl and I really didn't do that kind of stuff. And it was my first time going out, going somewhere like that. And I was just calling myself being a little frisky or whatever.
Miss
Yes,
Pearl,
Miss
you got your
Pearl.
drawers? Miss Pearl, tell me you ain't got no drawers overseas somewhere. Pearlie,
Yes.
don't do it, Miss Pearl. So
Yes,
basically,
I had a
now
bottle.
her drawers are sitting in somebody's dresser drawer right now overseas, over in the Bahamas somewhere.
16 years, just bought a Freightliner Cascadia, so I'm studying, y'all. Okay.
Hey, do it.
Trying to talk
Freightliners
in
is good.
code.
We running that KW right now, but
Baby, do
Freightliners
it.
is straight.
Do it. I can't see.
Uh,
Go back.
that's something I
Trying
would
to
do.
talk in code, but I knew where it came from.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
what
Reggie,
Peaches say?
I feel that.
No
She
telling from
tripping.
her.
Peach is tripping. It was rough, SoCal, for sure. I bet it was, bro.
And you know what, Miss Pearl, when you get with the
She
man
said,
that's for
absolutely no
you,
chill. Y'all
he's gonna be
hilarious. I
the
love it. Keep
same
it
way you
coming.
watch. You watch.
Hey, man, we just living real life, man. This, like I said, we ain't making nothing up. We ain't fabricating nothing, man. It's
I
how it
mean,
go,
truth be
bro.
told, this the most time we done probably ever spent like with each other, just enjoying each other. Because as soon as we got together, it was about the hustle, pay
Yeah.
bills,
I
buy a
mean, we had
home,
times where we
take care of the children.
wouldn't see each other much in the day. I get up, I was working, either like a full time, two full times, or full time and a part time. That's kind of how they went.
Yep.
She did the kids after school and homeworks
Church.
and food, and she was pretty heavy in her church. So we didn't have a whole heck of a lot of time. And then at least early, I still was ripping and running. You know what I mean? I still was making moves and doing things that I thought was necessary to provide. So,
Aw,
it never
thank you,
was
Peaches.
what
In
it
2
do.
weeks, I'm going from the salesman to
To
the
the
trucker.
trucker.
Okay.
Come on with it, bro.
I'm a PK kid. My dad is a minister. All right.
Yeah, we
My
know a
dad
couple of
think he a
those.
minister.
Yeah, he do.
And my mama,
Her
low key.
uncle actually married
think she
us.
yeah.
Her uncle facilitated the wedding, so she has a good amount of people that are involved
Oh, I was
heavily.
involved. I was a praise dance, the choir, singing leads,
Yeah, we got
teaching
video.
Sunday school. Oh man, I could go
What
on
do you
and
call
on
it?
and
That
on.
you was the what was that for
I
the
was
first
supposed to
lady?
be I was a armor bearer.
I didn't even know what that was.
Thank you, Reggie.
Yeah, Reg, man. I appreciate you sharing your story, bro, and some of the things you're going through. And I salute, like I said, I salute the fact that you still pushing.
Yeah.
That's real, because a
Don't give
lot of
up.
dudes can be broken from that kind of stuff, man. So just the fact that you ain't broke and you still got your wits and you still out here doing what you got to do, and still, it's positive that you can have something in the future still, as far as relationships go. Salute, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, I can speak for single mothers that, a lot of times single mothers are really good women. They really are, because they have struggled and had to really, life has dealt them, those lemons, and that they turned them into lemonade. But if you don't heal within yourself, you ain't gonna be good for yourself, and you ain't good for nobody else. So you want to make sure that you with a woman that has definitely dealt with her issues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, Reg. And that's what we're doing with
That's
this.
what we're doing, yeah. Because,
We
see, a
stayed
lot
very
of times,
isolated in the beginning, like you said.
We
We
did.
just starting to really
We did.
blossom and kind of do this thing, because for a while, I didn't feel like I had nothing to give. I didn't feel like, because I'm looking at it from a straight perspective of, you get on here and you talk trucking, you talk rates,
Yeah.
and you talk owner op versus leasing, and you talk mileage, and you talk, all of these different things that you really going to only gain with time. So
Yeah.
from my perspective, I don't
Didn't have
know
much
none of
to
this stuff.
offer,
I'm
yeah.
still all ears trying to listen and learn. And what I had to learn was, people are interested in authenticity. just overall realness, period. So
Yeah.
all we have to do is come on here, build with real people, be genuine, and you know, those who enjoy it will enjoy it, and those who not interested in it won't be interested in it. It's not my fault that they're not, and it ain't even my fault that they are. It's just a like
Just
minds,
being
air like
human being.
minds,
Uh-huh.
and people who get it and who can relate going to relate, and that's really what it is. So I ain't trying to truck a pound
Yo,
game.
yo, just coming through good live.
Keep
Stay
pounding, my
safe.
dog.
I got my CDL in '05 and I'm still learning. That's right.
Yeah. So like I
That's right.
said, I had a misconception of what this whole thing was. So um, I'm sparkling your eyes on Instagram. Appreciate that. I will definitely follow that. Hope you did you go to my
Yes.
page and like either one of our pages? We got a Married to the Mouse Instagram page.
Which is basically just showing you like the travel, like where we go out to eat at, the restaurants, hotels,
Yeah.
over the road driving, different cities, different states, and stuff like
Stuff
that.
that's strictly truck related stuff. So
Yeah.
Married to the Mouse page on IG.
Of course, our videos and stuff be on it.
Appreciate that. I will
Thank
definitely
you.
accept that. Soon as we get off this, I'll go through and break bread with whoever hollering. Sometimes you just don't feel like talking about trucking all the time. I can relate. Indeed. So
Yeah.
that's what I said. Well, maybe this can be our niche, so to speak. Maybe we just can come on, be as real and as open, and we got enough history separately and together
Yeah.
that there are going to be people who going to be able to relate to us and
Yeah.
who going to feel us. And it's all we got to do is come across as genuine, you know what I mean? And the real going to recognize real, and
And then,
that's what that is.
like I was telling him, like, I know he was like, anybody trying to talk about relationships or certain things, but I was trying to tell him, like, this is the age where I think a lot of people are starting to get to a place that they really want something genuine.
Yeah.
I mean, of course you have your men and you have your female that still want to have, like, the little relationship that ain't doing nothing. They're hidden it. What you call it, babe? What's the man term for when you just having sex with somebody or whatever? But
I ain't got no term for nothing like that.
yeah, whatever.
Uh-uh.
But
Uh-uh.
he said it's our ministry.
Wow.
Yeah, but I felt like, you know, that it needed to be talked about, because I have a lot of my friends and family members that talk to me, and I'm like, I don't have the book. I don't have the answers. I mean,
Sway?
we're just living by experience. I just have learned in my life to try to pay attention to myself, because even though my first marriage did not last, and my ex-husband was, dealing with drug addictions, I can still see a lot in my first marriage that I still did wrong, and I could have did better. But I learned from that, and I've just learned as a woman. And when I hitting and quitting, yeah.
That works too.
Yeah, like when I got with him,
Bulldog Leo.
I tried not to
What's good, fam?
overthink. I tried not to do a lot of overthinking. I gave him space. I didn't hover or be real clingy, because a lot of times he
That wouldn't
wasn't
work
that.
with me anyway.
Yeah, he wasn't that guy.
What I told you.
But I was always honest with him. So, like, say for instance, if I wanted him to call me, but he didn't call me, or say I wanted him to come over and he was like, I'm chilling, and I ain't gonna be over there tonight. I wouldn't say much.
Not tonight, baby. Not tonight.
But this is what I would do, ladies. I would wait till he came over, and I would say to him, the other night I really was expecting you to come, and I missed you. But I ain't really want to say nothing. But I just want you to know that I miss spending time with you. And he was eating that up. I mean, it was the truth. I could have told him then, or call his phone and been like, yeah. But
Can't do none
I
of
mean,
that.
the reality is, if he wanted to be with me, he would have been there. So he wanted his space, and I gave him that. But then the more and more he came around, and I was letting him know how I felt when he wasn't with me, I think after a while he ain't never leave.
That and the way she put that cheese on that turkey sandwich, bruh, with just that nice slither of that ranch, I like. I was done. But I think I remember telling her. I remember being just shocked and surprised, because I can remember telling her, you don't get on my nerves.
I
that
hope
was
it does.
and that was a positive
Reggie.
for me. Y'all videos may bring someone out of the hardships in their relationships. If so, bro, then
That's a plus.
yeah, I appreciate it.
I mean, I think a lot of people spend a lot of time not listening. You know,
Nothing beats a good, bruh.
like people don't listen to each other anymore. They just talk, 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 talk.
Bruh.
Everybody want to be heard,
When
but
you
if
see
you
her,
don't
when you see her in the
listen,
middle of the night walk to that doggone kitchen, bruh, and you hear that toaster go down, and it's like
them sandwiches will get you every time,
and she put
fam.
that joint on there, boy, and that cheese, and she might slice a little tomato for you, boy, a little lettuce on that money. And she's cut that joint and not cut it down the middle because I don't like that. She cut that joint at an angle, that corner to corner.
Then too,
Bruh.
for the ladies, you know, and I say this for the men too, but you got to remember to continue to do what you've been doing, you know. Can't learn nothing if you don't listen. Exactly.
Yeah, well, like what
Because
they
like
say,
I
some
had
people,
waited.
some people, what is it? Some people listen to talk. Some people, what is it?
some people some people talk the talk and some people
No, I'm
walk.
just saying. No, it's a phrase that
I don't
says,
know.
like some people talk to hear themselves talk.
Oh yeah,
Some
yeah,
people
yeah.
listen or
Yeah.
talk, or some
Some
people
people
listen,
some people talk just to hear themselves talk.
or some people talk just to respond,
Yeah.
and they don't listen. You know what I mean? It's something like that. Y'all know what I mean, man. Don't hold that
You
against
messed
me.
my
Y'all know
thought
what I
up.
mean. I'm sorry, baby.
Because I was getting ready to say something that was dope.
It's coming back. It's gonna come back. Cause you say all types of dope stuff.
Whatever. Whatever. Oh no, I was gonna say that, you know, continue to do what you did in the beginning, but I'll say too for the women, you know, one of the things I don't do, never done, is deny anything. Angry, mad, upset. I don't do that kind of stuff. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. But
Her uncle before he passed away some
my
years
uncle
ago
was
told
was
us.
real sick. He was on dialysis, had to get both his feet cut off. He was really sick. And I took him down there. He got to meet him right before he died. And we asked him what was the best marriage advice he had. And he was like, don't ever go to sleep mad. Is that all he said?
Something like that. Don't ever go to sleep
Yeah, don't
angry.
ever go to sleep angry. And I think that was it.
And you've been going to sleep happy ever since.
Yeah, I mean, we got a little thing that we do. We get upset with each other. We can get upset with issues, but we always come back and seal it with, you know, I may say I love my husband. He'll say I love my wife. You know,
And that's
so
it.
that's it.
It might end right there. And we go to bed.
And we might talk about it at a later time, but when it's in a good light, you know, not when we upset with each other or angry, you know, because at the end of the day, we love each
Anybody
other.
got time for that, man?
Mm-mm.
You know,
No.
you can't keep nobody that don't want to be kept. That's always been rule number one, right?
I will carry over
It
to
will
the
carry
next.
over to
It
the
will
next.
carry
Yes.
over. Yes.
So we literally, I mean, just
Some
that
hear
simple.
but don't listen. That's so true.
Yeah, you know, something just that simple that she would just look at me and say, "I love my husband," and I would say, "I love my wife," and that'd be the end of the conversation.
You know, some people just want to be
Just
right.
like that.
You know, just want to be right. It ain't even about listening. It's just I'm the right one. You know, but in a relationship, you have to learn how to take down even when you're right, because at the end of the day, if you are combative against each other, you gotta find some type of happy medium.
Nobody wins when the family feuds. Jiggle.
Did they say they was gonna call you when it was time?
Yeah, they say they be calling me. They
Dang,
said
it's
about
taking a
45
long time
minutes.
for them to do an oil change.
They said about 45 minutes.
It's been longer than 45
But
minutes.
it was the oil change. There was lubing some stuff.
Oh.
I was getting the
I want
fuel
my truck,
filter.
y'all.
I was getting the fuel filter
Be
changed
sitting
out.
up in this place.
I was getting a few things done. Like I said, I had to come to a Love's, man. So I ain't really happy about it. I'm definitely gonna check behind them as much as I can to make sure the right things was done. But I had to get the oil change. So SoCal, if you out there, I had to go to Love's, bro. And I did come from Michigan to Cali, up to 5, and now we're here in Oregon. So I'm just getting it done, fam. I talked to the people over at Swift in Colorado, and they kind of gave me the rundown on mile wise how they do the oil changes. So I was able to, or willing to, come from Michigan to Cali, how it was. But we also got a load going back from Idaho to North Carolina. We'll be in North Carolina by Wednesday. So I ain't want to risk it again. So I am getting it done now. What part of California you in, Peaches? We came in, we delivered in Fontana. Then we picked up in Paris. And we drove up to 5 up here to Oregon. I know the 2 was at the 210 the other night. All the doggone on-ramps for the 210 was closed. Compton. You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Yo, the
little guy. What's going on, bro?
It's best to go through the trials and tribulations together. It makes you both stronger in God.
Ain't nothing cracking. Ain't nothing cracking, little guy. What's going on with you?
Can you go there?
Hey, we good, bro. We doing very good, little guy. Hey, real quick,
That's
you
right,
coming
God
to
will
the?
do
You gonna be at the
rest.
truck show, bro? Truck show in a few weeks. Did you read your question, baby? I'm sorry. It's best to go through the trial and tribulations together. It makes you stronger, and God will do the rest. True indeed. Yeah, but little guy, we coolin', man. How you, Reggie? Me personally, I wouldn't want to stay mad without working it out because something happened. That's the last thing. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's real.
Yeah.
Just slow motion on my end. Sorry, y'all. I had to pull out my tablet. Got a phone call. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm gonna get a phone call and it's gonna blow this. Might not make it due to pick up a new truck this week. Hey, I feel you, man. Definitely feel you. We'll be out there representing, bro.
Load is in
Fontana. General Mills. Yeah. We picked up at a. Our delivery was to.
Was it General Motors?
Hold up. No, that was Texas. That was that Mopar stuff. Was it General Motors?
It was General Motors.
In Fontana?
No, wait a minute. UPS, was it? No,
that was here.
Oh.
Man, we be all biscuit Bobby lady.
Look at.
Look, guy, what's up? That's what Reggie said. It might have been Mopar or. No, it was GM. It was to some Snyder type of GM facility in Fontana. Then we picked up in Paris. I think it's Paris. Yeah, we picked up in Paris at a Home Depot distribution center. And we brought that load up here to Portland, Oregon, to the UPS facility here. And then we picked up earlier this afternoon from I don't know if it was Kimberly Clark. I don't know. We picked up somewhere here. I'll have to look at the paperwork. It'd be so many doggone places and stops, and I don't even remember it.
Where my earrings at? Oh, I took them off I took them off in the truck.
Yeah. Oh, man. This session was dope, man.
This been cool, yes. I love this. Love it.
Little guy, I know you just got in, bro. Hopefully you can catch the replay. But yeah, we definitely appreciate all you guys stopping in here, man. This is, I remember us doing or trying to live feed, and we might have got 2 people at one point.
Yeah.
So just seeing.
Do y'all usually run 11 hours back to back or try to take some time off in between shifts?
We definitely take some time in between. It depends. We on what they call a 757 here with Swift, so we do a lot of just-in-time stuff.
Depending on the time we get.
Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna take the charge out of her phone and plug it into mine. We do something that's called a 757 with Swift, so we do a lot of just-in-time stuff, back-to-back loads. Or I should say loads that are critical in time-wise. So we do run 10s, 11s back-to-back sometimes. Normally, if I do a run from East Coast to West Coast, something that takes us a couple of days, 2,500, 27, 3,000-mile loads. Once we get to that receiver, normally I push my PTA out for at least 12 to 15 hours, give both of us some time to sleep together. Because both of us can sleep when the truck's moving, but we both get a lot more sound sleep when we can snuggle and spoon. So
sometimes we'll spoon together when 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It wind up being an hour.
And not even no freaky deaky. Don't get it twisted.
Just
Don't get it twisted. Yeah. But there's a lot of times, at 3 in the morning, you're taking a 30-minute break and you're really tired. So come on in and get some of this warm I done made for you.
He said, "Oh, Dad."
Yeah, so we do that sometimes, but we do try to push our stuff out. We do run a lot, and we run. I mean, if you watch how we get down, if y'all check, keep in contact with us on this medium.
Reggie.
On this medium as well as our Facebooks. I'm John L. Mosley on Facebook. She's Constance Mosley on Facebook. I am Mo MO
Yeah,
80.
Constance Mosley, but in the description it has Divine Earth, also known as Divine Earth.
Okay. And I am MO 80FOE on the gram. So if you peep us out, if you peep us out on that, you'll see that we run, bro. I mean, we ain't playing no games. You know, when she get behind the wheel, it took me a while to be able to sleep. Someone asked us a question about that earlier today. You know, it took me a little minute to be able to really get sound sleep when she's driving, just because, you know, it's a woman driving a truck. I mean, you think I'm just gonna go to sleep for real and nod out, like just nod out for real, for real? No.
He wrong for saying that, ladies. I'm telling you up front. And he know he wrong for saying
Any
that.
woman in here probably agree with me. Probably
No.
except for Miss Pearl, but she's a road warrior. Appreciate that,
Thanks,
Red.
Reggie.
But what was I saying? Yeah, we run. So if you watch us, you know, I mean, it ain't no game, and it just got to the point some months ago where I can really fall asleep. You know, she can get behind the wheel and drive. Like I require my requirements for her, for real. Give me 550 miles a day. If you can give me that as my wife and as my team companion, I'll take care of everything else. So when it comes to going into shippers, receivers, fueling, anything, my wife don't let down landing gear. She don't pull no fifth wheel pins. She don't put a lock on. She don't put seals on. She might do a loaded call, empty calls, and
One time I
drive the
was so
truck. She don't
angry
fuel.
that he made me
none of
get
that.
out in the beginning. This was when I
I
first
didn't make her,
started.
but I did have
No,
her
I
do
was
it. I
like,
did
he
have her
didn't
do
tell
it.
me ahead of time that I was gonna have to get out at the shipper. So we gets to the shipper and he's like,
Handle that.
you go ahead and handle that. So I'm like, what? Like I won't dress right. Like I just felt like I was not prepared. So I go to step down out the daggone truck and miss the bottom step
3
and
points of
fell
contact.
on my back.
3 points of contact.
Oh
She
my
was like,
goodness. He
I'm in the
laughing
passenger-
and joking now, but it was not a joke. I
I'm
thought
in the
I had
passenger.
hurt myself.
I'm in the passenger seat, right? She's in the driver's seat.
No.
I see her stepping out of the truck. Now, if you know, I'm 6'3", my wife is short. She's stepping out of the truck.
It was
I see her head go down 1 level, 2 levels, and all of a sudden, I didn't see her no more.
So the guy, he was like an
So-
African guy. He came over there. He was like, they said do the reenactment one more time. So the guy came over there. He was like, "Are you okay?" Like that, and I was like, "No." Like my butt and my legs hurt.
Her little,
So he
her
held
little
me. My
fingernail
fingernail
was
had
cracked.
broke.
She shaved a little skin off the side. But
So
what's
he
crazy?
helped me get up.
The crazy part is, I get up, right?
Thank you, PJ.
Look, hey, Leo, look, bro. I get up. I come from the passenger seat to look out of the driver door, like, babe, you all right?
Yes, I'm like,
She wasn't right there. She was about 6 steps that away.
oh my
So
God.
basically, she fell backwards and she did the little. So yeah, she.
I ain't gonna lie, I missed the step trying to make it to the bathroom at the Love.
Bruh, like, we ain't gonna talk about the bathroom.
Oh my goodness, it was terrible. And so
Yeah.
then, like, on
She was
my
about
butt,
six-
like
she was
my
about
hips
6
was
feet
hurting
that
so
way.
bad.
Yeah,
Where my
that
butt
way.
cheek was hurting so bad. And then when I got back in the truck, he was like, I'll go ahead and take over with everything. I was like, I bet you would, because I was in so much pain in my butt. But I'm glad I didn't really seriously hurt myself. But he said tuck and roll.
Yeah, bro, you should have seen how the little skin was shaved off her finger, bro.
I was mad as I don't know what. But guess what? I do that 3 points of contact every time I get out the truck now. I don't play about it. I do not play about it. I was
Yeah.
like, it ain't happening again. I'm sorry.
But yeah, real rap. That's so. Like I said, there's certain things my wife don't do, and that's just how they go. So if she can give me 550 miles a day, safe, I don't ask for nothing else. She writes the loads down in the book, even though she's been slipping the past few weeks, because every load in the book that's in our log book that we keep, I've been writing them. So she's been slipping on that. So I'm putting her on blast live for y'all to see.
Then I did have one other time that I made a mistake when I first started driving. Okay, now about I want to know the bathroom. Bulldog.
Shh. Well, most of the time I don't make it to the bathroom,
That bottom step is a doozy. Yes,
bro.
yes.
Yeah, it is.
How about one time?
Just know, don't eat bananas and drink coffee, bro.
Don't do
And
it.
them coming through Some of them long roads where there ain't no
What?
rest stops, there ain't no nothing.
Don't do it.
Bananas and coffee.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
How about one time
Facts.
one time I was driving and we pulled in this shipper and I was just starting to drive and he kept telling me, he would always say, make sure you turn wide, always wide, always wide. But I was not like, I was giving him a lot of attitude at the beginning. This was getting on my nerves. So I called myself trying to come off the ramp, like going down like this, at Subway, LOL.
Subway do it too.
And I turned too close. And so I'm coming down the ramp. I got the truck coming like this. And I clipped the back end of the tire and it went flat. And I started crying.
I'm like, what the hell you crying for?
But he got out to check it first. And then he was like, babe, I told you. And I was like, I know, like that.
When I get back in the truck, she leaking. What the fuck are you crying for? So, man, come on, man.
Because I ain't want to make no mistakes. I was like,
Hey, it happened. So we made the calls and did all that and got the tires situated, but she in the trunk crying, bro. Like, bro, what you crying for?
because
Chill out, bro. You gotta relax.
I don't think we ever going to get back in our truck.
There he is. Y'all the really stay safe out there. Hopefully I'll run into y'all soon.
That would be
Joel.
great.
We'll maybe meet in the Green Acres.
He wrong. He
Appreciate
wrong.
that, bro. 86 minutes, coming up on 87 minutes,
Oh,
man.
man, this was a long time.
Real quick, I'm sure all y'all on here are already subscribed to the Married to the Miles, and for that, we salute. Make sure y'all share
Thank
out as much
y'all.
as you can to the page. Just, it ain't even about the back on. Okay, that was my phone call. I had to decline the joint, so the truck must be ready. Real quick, Married to the Miles. Let people know about it. Share it out as much as you can. The IG, we done already gave it up.
Thanks so much for watching.
Wild Network on Mondays. Matters to the Heart. Shout out to TB, the whole YTTA family.